Hello everyone. So today in this video, actually I'm going to tell you something about the Indian diplomacy and the foreign diplomacy, which has not really been great for India in the last 4 5 years. So here I would like to specify our foreign minister, Dr. S. J. Shankar, right now. So if you will see, some of his take on certain countries. For example, if you imagine, there was one interview in which the interviewer asked him regarding his take on the economic fight with the China, and the India's confrontation of China's like trade to India, because China trade to India is like $120 billion. Like the import to India is $120 billion, and India's export to China is just like $10 to $12 billion. So when someone asked him that question, and he significantly he said, and it is there on the internet, if you will see, his take was very weird. He said something like, that what can I do with China, because they are such a strong economy, it is really hard for me to fight with them. You don't really demand these kind of at least from the foreign minister of India, you don't demand these kind of like argument, at least if you are the foreign minister of India. So if you will see the last 4 to 5 years now, his like till his like when he became the foreign minister, like if you will see the foreign policy of India in the last 4 5 years has been very pathetic. I will start with 2020. You remember when 2020 there was a Galwan clash in the valley, which happened, and it completely ruined the relation with China. Until now, there has been, like, I don't know, like I think 20 or 25 rounds of talk which have already been happened, and still there is no conclusion. We haven't been to any of the conclusion. And the same thing, we happened with Pakistan. Already we have ruined our relationship with Nepal. If you will see, in the last few months and few years, you might have seen Nepal sidelining with China's like influence. Then you will see with Bangladesh, because there is a mob lynching of minorities which are happening in Bangladesh. Due to that, we don't have a good relation with that as well. And also in 2022, when Sri Lanka was going through an economic downfall, at that time also there was certain aids which was provided by the Indian government, but that didn't really improve the relation with Sri Lanka as well. So if you will see, in the last like 4 to 5 years now, our foreign policy has been very pathetic. It has been very pathetic in case of everything, in case of economic and social economic status. If you will imagine, for example, not social economic, like economic status, if you will imagine. Because if you will see right now, if you will see, just 2 days ago there was a tweet which was done by the president of US, in which he is using like terms like, I don't care about India, the India economy is dead. This is a very vague like comment, because when you talk about a country, you do not just talk about the one person. You're basically talking about everyone, including me, including you, whoever is watching this video and who is right now living in India. And that comment in some ways is not really good for the sovereignty of our country. And even the courage to like comment something like that is not really a very good thing, or it's a little bit shame for us that as a country we are getting taunt like that. I mean, obviously, like Trump is a showman. He is not really someone who likes to. He doesn't really stay calm for more than like 1 or 2 days. He always like to do all these type of things. But that is another thing. You have to realize something, that the foreign policy of India has been really pathetic for the last 4 to 5 years. If not the global foreign policy, at least in the subcontinent, we have been really really poor in having like good relation with any of the countries that we are being neighbor with. So in this video I try to explain this to you, and in the next video I will give you much and more. I don't want to extend these videos more than 5 minutes, So in the next video I will give you much and more arguments that why do I really think that the foreign policy of India has been really pathetic for the last 4 to 5 years. Thank you so much for watching, and take care. See you next time.